Oh. Welcome to Kingspirit Podcast. It's Muzi here, Creative Director. Today taking you through interview with our Head of Digital and Head Developer, Mr. Shalom Zulu.
Yo, what's up?
Anyway, glad to have you on the show finally.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, obviously we keep it cool and, you know, casual and stuff. Obviously we always want these sessions to be really educational.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to have a bunch of questions for you and stuff. So yeah, man, we want to be able to give the listeners some value and stuff, and they obviously want to they want to learn something from this, you know what I mean? And, you know, obviously make it a bit exciting as well. I don't know.
Of course. I am like the most exciting person in this particular space right now. Cool. You want to talk about somebody who's exciting? That is me right here.
Yeah, there we go. I know it, cool. All right, man. So firstly, tell us what you do.
I am a web developer. Okay. So I design, I develop websites from scratch. Or an example, if someone has brought already designed websites, I make them look better. Okay. I take my expertise as an art.
Okay.
More than just like developing something. I take it more like an art. So I build creative, spontaneous-looking websites.
Yeah.
So what I develop is more like a sculpture, but digital.
You heard that? Cool. And how long have you been working at Kingspirit?
I have been working at Kingspirit for now a year, and this is like a year and 2 months.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And what websites have you worked on now?
So far, I have worked on the Indo-Zambia Bank website.
Oh, wow. That's quite a big project.
I know, that's why it's the first thing I said.
Wow, okay, cool.
So Indo-Zambia website, I have also worked on Kingspirit website.
No, let's dwell on the Indo-Zambia Bank website for a bit. How was the experience? What did you change? Is it now? Did you have any issues? Was it previously maybe not so user friendly? What are the transformative things that you did for that website? Okay,
so the first thing for me, when I design something, the first thing I look at, like even when I looked at the Indo-Zambia website, the first one, the first thing I look at is how appealing it is for a user to go there, because sometimes the first thing that a person sees is what puts in the interest for them to actually even navigate through the site itself.
Yes.
So with their older website, I wouldn't say it wasn't appealing. I would say it wasn't as appealing as it is now. So
he's being nice.
So it wasn't as appealing as it is now. And my objective, my first part for designing was first the appealing side.
Yeah.
So the appealing side was the first thing I was going for when designing it in the first. Now, when it comes to appealing, you also have to be very careful with how you design websites. You also have to should it be overly flashy, or should it be, so because it's a bank, I had to keep it official, but craft it in a way that when someone actually goes online, they should go like, let me scroll down.
Okay, cool. So you want to invite the user to go through the journey of the website, right?
Exactly.
So what are the key journeys that they wanted you to have?
So the key journeys for a bank, it's mostly their products. Okay. So they want their products to be the first things that people...
Solution first, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when it came to the design outlay, even when you just go with I know most people who deal with web design who understand what I mean when I say the hero should be the first most attractive thing that you do when developing the beginning part of a website.
Okay.
So the hero is that after the menu, that first pop that you see, that's the hero. So so when designing it, I was mostly interested in dealing with the hero. By the way, I wasn't the only person that was on this project. I was also with my boss, Mr. Augustine Kajimu.
Oh yeah.
And
ultimately me as well.
Yeah, that's a fact. So whilst also developing that, I also was working hand in hand with him, and his art eyesight to web development is also like his design
aesthetic.
Perspective is very, very out of this world. And so whilst working on that, I also worked with him on that. And the hero was
promotion is pending.
Yeah. So the hero is actually one thing that was trying to. So on the hero, we placed in the products.
Yeah.
What IZB is actually trying to promote first. So when you go on IZB site, the first things that you see on the hero is actually the pictorial view, the wording, what Indo-Zambia is bringing to you as a customer, and what products they have right there. Yes. As you just boom land on the page.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that you see. Then when you scroll down, you see the more subtle introductions to the products themselves and some information to it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how did the client like the work?
They actually did like it a lot. I was actually the first. Okay, so the way we take projects is you take in the draft first.
Yes.
Then after the draft, you take in the beta. Then after the beta, you take in the live version.
Okay.
So the draft, they were like, oh, okay, we see, would like this to be like that, would like that to be like this, oh, would like our products to be here, products to be there. So then you go with the beta version, and they go like, okay, a few more tweaks, that color should change to this particular color.
Yes.
And mostly it's also just dependent on how a company feels like their product should be promoted.
Yes.
So that's what happens on the beta test, and how they want things to be tweaked a little bit. And then after that, now the live version is now what you see when you go through it.
Okay, so would you say this is the biggest project you've worked on?
Absolutely.
Considering the size of the client.
Yeah, it's one of the in fact, should I say one of the, okay, let me try to analyze, because there's another one which I did with another friend of mine as well, but okay, yeah, Indo-Zambia Bank is the biggest.
Yeah.
It's actually the biggest, because there's also Skylink Charter, private jet company that we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy is long in the tooth.
I did that with a friend of mine, and to me, I'm trying to assess. But yeah, it's for me, it is the biggest website that I've worked on, and with sleepless hours to it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's pretty nice.
Thank you.
I guess what would you say has been the value of of maybe refreshing this website? Because obviously we know that there's a lot of businesses in Zambia that don't have websites that are updated, or have websites at all that work, or that actually follow website rules, whereby you have your landing page, which should encourage you to go through the user journey, and complete a sale somehow. It should be your first, what do they say, your first salesperson that you see who's available globally.
Yes.
Right. So as far as it being like what's been the value for IZB, and what can you maybe like prescribe or recommend that other businesses adopt as well, as far as having a global standard website?
Okay,
what's the value of that? What's been the value, and what's the value expected?
The main value, in fact, this might also answer a question that you might have coming next, but I'm going to talk specifically in connection to Indo-Zambia Bank. The main value of having a website is like the main value of having a physical home.
Yes.
The only difference between the two is that your home is now digital.
Okay.
If you get my point. Like, websites are just not something that is on the internet. No, websites are like your home on the internet.
Yes.
All right. So for Indo-Zambia Bank, as much as their physical home, their headquarters looks professional, their home on the internet should look as professional and as inviting.
Yes.
So when you go to someone's home physically, the first thing that grips your attention is
the entrance.
Yes. Yeah. So how the house looks, like the gate, beginning from the gate to the house.
How
itself.
I move around, where I'm welcomed.
There we go.
If I feel welcome there, if I feel like I can relax there for some time, if I feel like, okay, cool, if I want to go to the bathroom and come back, I'm not going to get lost or anything, you know what I mean?
At that point, you have just become a web developer.
Oh, cool. There we go. Where's my certificate?
Exactly. with that notion in your mind when designing a website, if you have that mindset of building a home for other people to come to, then you're already beginning the journey of how to actually develop a website. And that's the problem that we've had as web developers. So the two sections of my of my profession.
Yeah.
There's the web developers and there's the web designers.
Okay.
So these two are one in me.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
And that's why, yeah.
Do you care to just give give us the difference between
A
what
web developer.
web developer is and what a web designer is?
It's simple. A web developer is the coder.
Yeah.
The person that actually puts the codes for the out view to come out. So the matrix, okay?
That's not complicated.
Okay, hold on.
Complicated.
All right, so the matrix, when people see those numbers flow through, those are just codes, right?
Yes.
Now, what you see on the other side as the person, the view, that's the designer. What you're seeing, like what
Okay, so basically you're saying when I load a web page,
Yes.
right? The page that I'm seeing, the way that it looks, the colors, the pictures and all that stuff, that's a web designer.
Yes.
Then everything behind that, where if I click here, what the thing that makes whatever suppose that action happen and come back.
Where to go. Yes.
That's the developer.
That's the developer right there. So the only difference between the two is one has got the eye for how things are supposed to look.
Yeah, so that's a user experience designer. UX.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then there's the other one who is based on how it's going to function.
Yeah.
What is like how it's
What needs to happen in order for whatever this guy clicked to happen.
Exactly. That's the developer now.
Cool.
So those are the two differences. Now in me, both of those are combined to make one particular person, one particular profession.
Yes.
You get the point, right? And what I bring, like even what I brought to IZB was the two sides for them to meet and help with their customer journeys, or user experience. Because for me, it's not just the website being there. For me, it's
it
creating.
has to be functional.
Yes, it's creating the function and the home, the experience. When someone goes to your website, shouldn't be just and they have a website.
Oh, okay.
It should be
wow. I like
the website. Oh my goodness, this looks really good.
Yeah, it's supposed to solve problems, right?
Exactly. In fact, for me, it's more of for me, it's the stages that go through it.
Yes.
The first thing is, oh wow, this looks really good.
Yeah.
Then it moves to, oh wow, this is solving the problem that I've been having.
So, for example, small businesses, right?
Yes.
There's a drive that the government is trying to get a lot of, fund a lot of small businesses, or pretty much giving a lot of incentives for people to open up businesses, SMEs and such, right? How would you say a website can benefit them, right? I know that there's things like payment gateways.
Yes.
There's also people being able to place orders for stuff. And you know what I mean? Obviously, it opens up the shop a lot more. I don't know if I'm ready to answer your question, but
no.
What exactly can a website do for small businesses, or what's the value really? Because we want people to, we want all the businesses in Zambia to have websites.
Okay.
Right? Because then that exposes, that, it gives them more, what can I say? Reach.
Yes.
I say, right?
You have literally answered the question with that last statement. No, but hold on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make this very clear, and I'll give a reason to why. All businesses, whether small, large, medium, all businesses should have websites if they want to have a bigger reach.
Yeah.
A website is your home on the internet. The internet is literally you connecting to the globe.
Yeah.
So if you want your business is going to be small if you just keep it physical.
Yeah.
Right? You also have to have it on the internet. Why? Because you are reaching a far wider market than just yourself.
So right now, there's businesses where people are becoming tailors, the whole chitenge kind of.
Yeah,
There's also the bakers. How can a website benefit a tailor or a baker?
So, an example, a tailor. First of all, are you talking about the tailor that actually does the sewing?
Sorry, maybe a fashion designer.
Okay, fashion designer. Yeah. Your designs shouldn't just be based in the area that you are.
Yeah.
There are people who I know who have created masterpieces of designs.
Yeah.
But because they don't have so much reach, only the people that
walk to their store
are the ones who actually get to see this great design.
Yeah.
But if you have a website, you can easily, because of payment, like stuff like payment gateways, where someone can actually order for your for the design that you had made.
And you're able to create websites like this for these people.
Yes,
where the people can put their products, they can purchase online, and you are able to do that.
Yes, obviously. Purchase
I like
online.
He said obviously. He's an expert. He's long in the tooth.
Purchase online, and not just purchasing online via Visa, but in this time and age where people who are don't even have a smartphone can actually even purchase like via mobile money.
Wow. Okay.
You get my point, right? Like you don't need to have Visa just so that you can purchase something.
So anyone in the street can just, as long as access to a phone, you can make a purchase.
Yes, you can make a purchase. I actually made a mistake when I said don't have access to a smartphone. Actually, you need a smartphone, but you don't need to have a Visa. You just need to have mobile money, and you can purchase whatever you want. The delivery system works in the same way, and you have your purchase there and there.
That's incredible.
Yeah, like bringing Amazon
look,
to Africa.
we know that these technologies are there, right? But they're not as widespread in Zambia yet.
Yeah.
And it's something that obviously we're trying to bring to a lot of businesses in Zambia. Like you said, there's a lot of businesses that are coming up. There's a lot of existing businesses who don't have up-to-date websites that are taking advantage of the technology of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So is it something that maybe for 2022 and maybe even 2023, 2024, you want to maybe focus on? I mean, look, you've already done a huge website like IZB, but there's so many other people who can pretty much benefit from the same thing, right?
Yeah. So there are definitely so many people that can benefit, and it's not just big and smaller companies.
Yeah, and also, and is it what's the pricing? Because the moment you said IZB, everyone's like, oh, but can other people, what is there a price range for?
There is a price range
for smaller businesses and such.
So websites price tags go up mostly because of functionality.
Yeah.
There are specific functions that most people would want. Okay, they want in the website, an example, a hotel, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Would want when someone goes to their website, the first thing they're seeing are the rooms in 3D.
Yeah.
That's easy to be done.
Yeah.
But then for it to actually work in that particular manner, for you to go to the website and start seeing everything in 3D, you need specific software.
Yeah.
And those softwares cost money to get those softwares. And so price might bump up a little bit.
Features, the more features you add, the more expensive it is.
Yes.
But you are able to have a really basic website that gets the job done
completely.
Because
that's what
I guess.
It doesn't matter how small you want your website to be, how big you want your website to be. Everything can be brought to a particular range that is both affordable for a client, but looks. And what's important to me is the art.
Yeah.
The site should look extremely good,
Yeah.
whether for a large scale or a small scale. My job is to make sure that your site is so inviting that a client should come back again to the site more than they go to your physical office.
Okay, so this brings me to my last question for you. We don't want these things to be too long. We know that. And if you're still watching this, thank you, because you're an avid follower of our content.
Thank you.
But I hope you've learned something today. I've got one last question to ask the man, right? We know that we're working in a digital age, right?
Yes.
And every time a person decides to start a company, they're always like, okay, I need a shop front. I need to have this, I need to have that. They spend so much money on a physical appearance of the shop, but then later on was realized, I now need a website.
Yeah.
Do you think that as a person who's a developer and web designer, that it is more valuable for a person to actually set up the website first and then run sales through the website and then do delivery?
That's the most important question that people actually
ask. Because obviously that's where you... What do you...
And people will think that my answer is very biased because of my profession, but no, this is something that people have to realize now, especially in African countries, especially in third world countries.
Yeah.
The world is in a global
It's a global village.
Yes, now and the internet has connected us all.
Yep.
Reach is mostly done on the internet.
Yep.
Whether you have a small, tiny business where you just sell honey to a big, gigantic business like a bank, all of us are looking for customers.
Yeah.
And all customers currently are literally connected to the internet one way or the other. Whether you like it or not. I know most people will say like, oh yeah, but then Africa has not yet reached that point where, but the point is it is growing.
Yeah.
And all of us must have a home somewhere on the internet.
Yeah.
And the website,
shop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the website is one of the most important factors
answer
of a
my
business.
question. Is it more important for you to have, at this point in 2022, is it more important to have a website than to have a physical shop?
It is way more important to have a website than a physical shop.
I love that. That's our
By
crescendo.
far.
And on that
By
bombshell.
far.
And on that bombshell.
by far, it's more important to have a website than that. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening. I don't know, Shalom. Do you have one last thing you want to say to our
One last thing to
takeaway.
say.
Let's go.
One takeaway is that it is more important to have a website than a physical shop.
And it's cheaper. Right.
Yeah.
Come on
that's
over
like
to.
That's just like acquiring a physical
Let me
shop.
let me sell the business. Come on over to Kingspirit, get a website, and yeah, you really need it. It's important. It puts you out there, as the expert has said, and me, the layman, but layman who kind of knows a few things here and there.
Layman who actually helps with the designing. And I have to admit, before one more thing, the sites that I have done with you have by far attained more view than even the sites that I've done by my own. And like I said, web development is an art. It's not just development. Just because I have put this and this together, people use it. No, it's a huge art piece because you have to make the viewers stay. The eyes should be attracted to what they are seeing, and the functionality should work exquisitely.
I love it.
So yeah,
I think
that it is.
Wants to have the last word. I'll let him have it.
I talk too much. For a nerd, I talk way too much than I should.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the noisemaker of Kingspirit, by the way.
Okay. No, but we love him. Love him all the same. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, Shalom Zulu one more time.
Yeah.
Muzi Mteto, creative director. Cheers.
Shalom Ndumo Zulu. Peace.
Danko. Yeah. Cool.